I'm live. Okay. I'm live. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm driving down to my parents' house. Um, just to like hang out. It was supposed to snow today, and it is really, really cold. It snowed like flurries a little bit, but it's gone now. It's over. I guess it could still happen tonight, but for now it's over. I would roll my window up, but I can't. So here we are. My hair looks really crazy. Like I'm just looking at it. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But yeah, I just wanted to go live and just talk. Like really, like I don't know, just chat. Just some things I've been thinking about. Um, so I'm gonna start a new playlist, a new segment called CEO Walks and Talks. And I'm not walking today because it's cold, but I am talking. I'll probably walk a little later. No, not today. Uh, you know, it's supposed to be sunny tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow. Um, I hope it is. I'm really tired of the cold weather. You know, I'm not a fan of the cold weather. I mean, when it does snow and it sticks, and I'm in the house, it's really pretty to look at, and then I'm like, yeah, you can go away. So anyway, my name's Janae. In case you happen to pop along and see this and you don't know who I am, my name's Janae, and I wanted to kind of talk today about like personal detachment. Um, it just seems like a good theme. I feel like, you know, I want to talk about how to stay focused on yourself when someone is in your orbit and kind of mirroring your moves and your interests, your habits, and it starts to irritate you. I feel like I'm the type of person I really do value individualism. Like, I feel like people will have things in common, but I feel like a lot of people lack individualism. They just kind of mirror other people, and it annoys me. And I feel like, I have that right to be annoyed by that. So, you know, I'm not really here to like rant or anything or, be messy or anything like that. It's just, you know, how do you deal with people like taking on your energy and mirroring the things you got going on, and how do you deal with that? And again, like maybe this isn't for you because maybe that doesn't bother you, but it definitely bothers me. Like I don't like that. Like I feel like, you know, if I had to choose people that I wanted to be around, I don't want to be around someone like that. So if you are watching and you ever felt that way, or you feel like people are, trying to morph into you, then this video is for you. Um, so again, I'm not talking about this to be messy or name names. There's no names to name, like. So if you're here for that, that's not what this is. This is just genuinely like kind of getting my brain thoughts out, kind of like just releasing them, because you know everybody should. I think everybody should communicate, how they feel about things and stuff like that. Um, what I realized is that the moment the moment I start making it about the person. Oh, hi everybody. Sorry, I'm driving. I can't like respond, by saying hi in the chat, but I'll be where I'm going soon. And if you just jumped in, I'm heading to my parents' house just to kind of. Well, the weather was supposed to be bad, but it's not that bad. I mean, it's cold, but it's like 24 degrees. but it's not snowing anymore. So anyway, back to what I was saying. What I realized when I started getting irritated about it is the moment is not really the about the particular person or the instance. I started to like lose my altitude a little bit, and I just had to kind of anchor myself back. And I just wanted to share like some things that kind of brought me back to a better headspace. Um, so first, like, why does it feel personal? Like, I think for me, it feels personal because when someone mirrors you, it's like they're in your space. Like it's like they're sitting on top of you or something, or they're breathing down your back. Oh, someone's like driving in the grass. Wow. Okay. And it feels intrusive. It feels like someone just like barged into your room or barged into your door or just came into your personal space and they're like trying to encroach on you. And especially like when it's like close. Like sometimes when it's online you can probably ignore it a little better, but especially like when it feels like it's close, you start to read it like, oh yeah, we have similar interests, but it's like, why do I feel observed? And for people that are building something, I think it hits differently because you start feeling like you're building your own lane. You're building something for yourself, and this is your thing, right? And then they start kind of like, oh well, I'm I'm gonna start, you know, liking the same thing too. And I think it's pretty like a pretty normal human response. But I think for me, I had to tell myself like, okay, you don't own this. First of all, what you do own is your depth. What you do own is your execution. What you do own is like your personal story. And I'm here, y'all. I made it. So you own your personal story, and people can mirror, you on the surface, but they can't replicate your lived experience, your discernment, your voice, your story. Like your story is your story. Nobody can be a better version of you. Like you're who you are. Let me put myself in park. So nobody can really be a better version of yourself. And I had to tell myself that like if I reacted in an explosive way, that would be more harmful to me. I think the biggest mistake that we can make sometimes is reacting publicly or moving with emotion, because when you react, you confirm that you're one bothered, and that you're watching them watch you back, and you let them know that they now have access to your feelings about it, and you lower your altitude. You let people see you react in an emotional way. And I personally don't think that's helpful. Like that's something that I'm working on, is being more intentional about thinking things through before I just start going off the handle and reacting in a negative way. So the first thing you can do, just to kind of get into the way I start like kind of doing personal detachment, is you you cut access off first to your process, right? Not your results, because your results should be, you should scream your results from the top of the mountains, right? But cutting off access to your process kind of is like, I'm not going to talk about it. You can just see it, right? Limit proximity where you can. If someone is super close to your daily life and it's triggering you, you don't need to like explain anything. You can just create space. You don't have to explain how you feel. You don't have to explain anything. Like no one, you don't owe anyone an explanation. um Evaluate what's really bothering you. Like ask yourself, like, am I mad because they're copying me, or because I feel watched? And or or is it because I feel watched? Because those are two different things, right? And I'm not going to get into that right now, because like I said, I was just talking while I was driving to my destination. um the next thing is to anchor back to your mission. Like one, keep in the forefront why you're doing this, what you're doing this for, that, this is bigger than like what they got going on. Because a lot of times when people are like that, it's something internal with them. They lack their own identity, and that's what it is, right? And then no, don't do any vague posts, no subliminals. Silence is not weakness. Silence is a strategy. So, you know, before I get off, I just want to say, don't let someone watching you diminish who you are. Don't let someone copying the surface bother you, because again, you're there's only one of you. No one else can take that from you. And create boundaries. That's what I've started doing, is just creating boundaries. And you don't need to voice your boundaries. Your boundaries can be internal. Like if it's uncomfortable to voice it, your boundaries can be internal. It can be like, I'm going to keep working on me and routines that's working for me, and that's it. I don't owe you an explanation. There's no debate. There's no love lost. I'm not interested in in crossing that boundary. This is my boundary to protect myself, and that's what it is. So I just want you to remember that if you are building and there are times where you know, you feel like someone is mirroring you and it starts to bother you, detachment is a skill in leadership. Like choosing to say, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not even going to acknowledge it. Because I feel like a lot of people just want you to acknowledge stuff. They just want you to go off the handle, go crazy, things like that. It's okay to just create your boundary, do your own mindset work, and keep pushing. It's totally okay. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get in the house. Like I said, it is cold here, but it's not snowing anymore. It was just a little flurry. But I hope you guys have a good day. I hope everybody stays warm, and talk to you soon.